Cut the noise. Cutting the noise is one of the most helpful things you can do. Maybe you're stuck in a moment where you don't have a lot of creativity, or maybe you can't find your purpose. Sometimes when those moments hit, we need to focus in. We need to focus inward, inside, and just think about who you are as a human being. Sometimes we try to find inspiration on video games, books, but sometimes that's not really what we need. One of the most practical tips for better creativity is to go out in nature, to be in silence with yourself, to find out who you are as an individual. Cut out all of the distractions, because sometimes your mind it tricks you into going to video games and TV shows and series and all of these fun things, fun activities. The excuse is they're harmless activities. But if you want more inspiration, being alone with yourself is actually the best thing you can do because you have all that you need inside of you. You don't need any external stimulation to find out what you want to write about, to find out what you want to be, you know? So that's an important aspect. Nowadays, the world tells you you should grow out of your child like behavior. And I agree with that, obviously. You shouldn't be childish. But what you should cherish is those fruitful imaginations that you had when you were a child. Those are the ideas that are going to shape who you are, the things that are going to resonate with you in order to write something or be something. This isn't for writing only, it's in general. A lot of people think they have to let go of their vivid, colorful world, but the opposite is true. The system in this evil world tries to take that from you through temptation, distractions, procrastination, stagnation. So, really, what you should be doing is preserving that, preserving your imagination. This is the great thing about stories. It's not childish to live an adventure in your head because stories, they're just like life. When you were a kid and you had that nostalgia, you experienced those great moments, those adventures, those epic and fantastical moments you would live in your imagination. They really strike you. That nostalgia really hits home. And I believe that's the most important thing about creating a story. It's not always about the writing techniques or specific tips and tricks. But don't get me wrong, those tips and tricks are very useful. They are a tool to preserve the emotion you're trying to put on the page. Because a story without the emotion, without the message that you want to spread to the world, it's shallow. It doesn't hit as hard. And so, after experiencing great epicals, you start wanting to create one. Gift of imagination and creativity. From there, we create great stories with a message that we want to spread, a good message that helps us on our journey. That's basically what stories are. There are messages that we can apply to our lives through adventures, stories, and it helps us live life more poetically. Even though you may have setbacks in progress, you still look at the whole picture because the struggle is beautiful. Every time we see the protagonist get into trouble, having a down moment, and then lifting, that's one of the coolest comebacks you could have. The resilience that that protagonist had is applicable to your current situation in life. So never let go of your fruitful imagination. That is a gift, and you should cherish it. Most importantly, through writing, you should pour out your emotions into the page because it's not about just the best writing tips that will make your reader's brain fire. It's really about what resonates with you and the message you want to spread to people. And the techniques and tricks are a tool, they are a weapon to preserve those emotions and messages, to preserve and keep the readers interested in your story. That way they can experience the full journey and consequently apply the core message to their lives. Those messages stick to people even after they finish the book. So, if you think your call is to make stories that resonate and help people, it's in your best interest to preserve your imagination. Get away from the monotony of your bedroom and go out sometimes. Sometimes all you need is just a walk. Talk to God a little more. I see a lot of creators giving out tips and tricks and how to make better characters. Those things are indeed useful to a certain extent, but the core is never substituted, and that is emotion, the message, the promise you make to the reader of the ride that is about to unfold. Stay creative and God bless.